message. Look, if you love somebody, tell them you love them, right? Now me, I'm a sharing person, right? Everybody that know me know I'm a sharing person. I don't have to say this about myself. My post, my story, I'm not on here talking about what I do. Like, people know who I am, right? I'm a sharing person. So I'm sharing this with you right now. This is just something God put on my heart, but I want to share it with anyone who's willing to listen. Not only listen, but to take heed, to actually take this information and apply it to your life, right? If you love somebody, it may be a sibling, it may be a parent that love your child. Tell your child you love them. Tell your son, tell your daughter, hey, I love you. Get their attention from whatever a person is doing so they can stop what they're doing and focus on what you're actually saying to them. Hey, I love you, right? Not the easy, hey, love you in passing. In passing, we'll be like, love you, and that's cool too. That's cool for the in-between. But I love you. Tell the people in your life that you love them. And love is an action word, so you do have to show it. But let's not get caught up in the things we do for people as a demonstration of love, and that only. And we never say it because we do so much for people. For my wife, I do so much for my kids, for my brother. I show love, and then you get caught up and you never say it. And the takeaway is that you expect them to see that as your interpretation of love when you never say it. So again, I know it may be uncomfortable for some people. It's uncomfortable for some dads to tell their son, hey son, hey, I love you. We rather say stuff like, hey, you good? Everything cool? All right, the macho way of, it's just for some people, in my experience of conversating with different people, some are uncomfortable with saying it. They'll show it, and true enough, they got love in their heart. You can tell from the attributes of love and how they demonstrate their love. But for some reason, they can't just stop and look a person that they love with every fiber of their existence, of their being. It's hard for them to look that person in the eye and be like, hey, I love you. Right? So again, let's start doing that, man, today. I'm going to do it more. So again, I'm sharing this, and hopefully you'll listen to this message and it'll spark something in you, to move in love and to show love and to say, I love you to the people you love. You may need to call somebody right now and just tell them, hey, I love you, man. Not, hey, again, love you. No, I love you. Get their attention, whether it be in person, you're looking them in the eye, or over the phone, not even text. Just call. Let's go old school. Remember that? When you just call people and talk, hey, man, how you doing, bro? Oh, I'm good. Yeah, there's a lot. I just want you to know I love you. Like, I love you, man. I know we don't talk that much, and, life, we all doing life, man, and minutes turn into hours and to days, and then some time may go by where we don't talk. But I want you to know I love you. Whether it be, again, a sibling, your parent. A child may need to tell their parent. A parent may need to sit their child down and let them know, hey, I love you. Again, don't get caught up in everything you do for people and expect that to be their translation of love, that you love them. Oh, man, all this stuff I do, I pay for this, I do that. Man, I look out, I show love, I do all of this. And no, just say it. Hey, I love you. Don't look at the things that you do for people as a receipt of proof of love, right? But just say it, man, and mean it. They're going to know you mean it. That's powerful when you stop somebody and let them know, hey, I just want you to know I love you. And it don't got to be all weird, especially, look, if you haven't been telling people that you love, and they may very well know you love them, but you haven't been expressing it verbally, and all of a sudden you just be like, hey, I love you. They may walk away like, oh, cause something must be wrong with bro. Like, man, are you okay? Like, you're not sick or nothing, right? Like, so again, you may need to have a conversation with people, or with this one person, or this, your child, or your parent, or your brother, your sister, your friend, someone that's just been there for you, and just, you know what, man? I know I don't say it a lot, I've never been the type of person to say it. I didn't grow up in a house where we say I love you, and so it's kind of strange for me, but I do have these feelings. I feel this way. So I want to get in the habit of expressing it, man. I want you to know I love you. And then you break that habit. Growing up, I didn't hear that as much. My mom told us she loved us. She for sure showed us she loved us, right? She showed us without a doubt. And then it was moments where we knew when we would be leaving or coming, and it'd just be like, okay, see you later, babe, or baby, you be safe, or be careful, or you finna go. It all translated as I love you. But she didn't say it all the time. It was moments where, like, say, if she haven't seen me in a while, or if I just pull up, or if I'm finna go somewhere, or out of town, or, it was always moments where it was said, but it wasn't like all the time, right? So I've found that I've naturally adapted that behavior, so in noticing that years ago, I want to make sure that I can take that to the next level and make it better. Again, my mom, she knew that love was an action word, so she showed it, like, with everything she had. She showed us that she loved us, and she told us too, but it wasn't said a lot, right? As far as my dad probably told me he loved me for the first time when I was, no cap, true story, I was probably 37, when he told me that he loved me. And I knew he meant it, and it was so uncomfortable. And here's the thing, I said it to him first, right? And I put him in an uncomfortable space on purpose, because I know that he loved me, and in his efforts of me growing up and all the demons that he was dealing with and the struggles he had, it took me to get to a mature place to understand and accept him, for who he is, and embrace him and allow him to come back into my life, right? But I know he just didn't know how to love me. He didn't have the proper tools. Now, do I think he could have tried harder? Yes, but I learned a lot from him, so I'm not angry. And when I say that, you can learn how not to be by people. I learned how not to be by the things that he didn't do, right? So it made me a stronger and better father, because I'm like, I don't want my kids to feel the way I felt growing up without a father. As much as my mom substituted for him, and she was being both parents, and I had uncles and I had cousins around me and a lot of people, a lot of support. But again, I'm veering off. Love, if you didn't grow up in a household where love was expressed, shown in action, or either said continuously, and it was just an everyday thing, you can change that, right? You can change that. Or if you just never been the type to say it, whatever stronghold that is that doesn't allow you to say, I love you, change that. Oh, we almost 10 minutes, son. I hope y'all tapping in with me. It's a good one. But look, I love y'all, man. From my heart, man. I'm a person that show love. Everybody that knows me know this about me. I'll give you the shirt off my back. I'll give you the steak off my plate, because I don't need to be eating red meat anyway for cholesterol reasons. But anyway, that's just who I am, right? I show love, whether it's to a stranger or a person that's near and dear to my heart. It's who I am. So I show the same love. Of course, in a more intimate setting, to people that's close to me, there's a higher level of love, But nonetheless, I show love to everybody, because it's who I am. It's not based on what you can do for me or my expectations of what I expect from you in return. No, it's just who I am. So I show love, but I want to get in the habit again of saying it more. So let's move forward on this journey together, man. Look, I love you. I love y'all. God is love. No greater love than this, one who will lay his life down for his friend, right? And it don't mean that you'll just jump in front of the bullet. That can be the case too. But again, that you're willing to sacrifice, for someone that you say you love. You say it and you show it. All right. God bless y'all, man. Just a messenger.